Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host on Around the Horn here on this happy Cinco de Mayo, Ray Flowers. Tim Lincecum, the freak, the franchise, whatever nickname you give him, he's a star on the hill for the Giants. He had his 29th career game of at least 10 strikeouts. That's the most in baseball since 2007. The number 2 guy is Johan Santana. He's got 17. The total of 29 10 strikeout games in his career is also an all-time Giants record. It passes all-time great Christy Mathewson for the most in the storied history of the Giants franchise. Lincecum's fastball this season is up 1.5 miles per hour, up to 92.8 miles per hour. Clearly, he spent more time in the offseason worrying about his conditioning. He put on some weight thanks to all those 6 cheeseburger outings at In-N-Out Burger. Yeah, I'm not making that up. And the other good news with Lincecum, he appears completely healthy, completely locked in. Again, he's all about strikeouts for a little man. 22% of the starts in his career have resulted in at least 10 strikeouts for the Giants ace. You want to talk about aces? We got to talk about Josh Johnson of the Marlins. The guy has been absolutely spectacular for a couple of seasons now, and he's taken things to an Ubaldo Jimenez level to start the 2011 season. In the month of April, Johnson allowed 18 hits, the fewest hits allowed before May 1st in the history of the modern era. That is seriously saying something. In his career, we have a pitcher who has a 2.28 ERA in the month of April. Absolutely phenomenal. And you think to yourself, he can't possibly be any better than that. Well, in his career, he's better than that in the month of February. His ERA in that month is 2.03. His WHIP for the 2 months is 1.01. Josh Johnson is locked in right now. He is an absolutely dominating force at all times. And in the months of April and May, he takes his already impressive game to superhuman levels. Aaron Crow, he's not quite at superhuman levels at this point of his career, but he's had a phenomenal start nonetheless for the Royals. The 2009 first-round draft pick has had 13 appearances this season, his first 13 in the big leagues, and every single time he's come out of the bullpen in those outings, he has got the first batter out. Always a key for a relief pitcher. Through those 13 outings, we have 15 in the third innings pitched for Crow. He's got 15 strikeouts, only walked 5 guys, hasn't allowed a single earned run, and that WHIP of his is 0.85. An absolutely tremendous start to his career for Aaron Crow. AL only leaguers, better have him on your radar, better have him in your lineup. He has been absolutely phenomenal so far this season. Crawford has been the anti-phenomenal for the Red Sox. Struggled all year, been dreadful, top 10, top 15 pick for everyone this year in the fantasy game. He's finally starting to kick things in gear after the worst month of his professional career in April. Crawford has had 2 hits in 5 of his last 10 outings. In his last 4 games, he's got a hit each time. He actually has 7 total hits in that period. Finally starting to put the bat on the ball, finally starting to gain some confidence, and improving, obviously, on what are some horrid numbers to this point. Crawford also made history earlier this month. This shows you how good he has been in his career. Became just the 4th player in the history of baseball to have 1,500 hits and 400 steals prior to his 30th birthday. The other guys are Cesar Cedeno, Eddie Collins, and Ty Cobb. Pretty good group of names there to find yourself associated with. And then finally, the last one I want to talk about is Adrian Gonzalez, Crawford's new teammate with the Red Sox. Now, Adrian Gonzalez is doing very well. He's hitting .317. He's on pace for over 110 RBIs this season. But he has two home runs, putting him on pace to barely crack double digits this year. He's gone over the 30 home run mark in each of the last 4 seasons. You have to think he's still got a good shot to get there despite his slow start to the season. But let me reiterate the concerns I had prior to the start of the year. Number 1, Fenway Park is not a great park for left-handed home run hitters. The park would obviously be thought to help him leaving Petco, and I still believe that's the case, but not in the manner that a lot of people thought. And secondarily, which I think has more to do with what's going on here, we're looking at a player who just physically wasn't 100%. He had the shoulder surgery. Everyone was positive that everything was going well. He beat estimates back out on the field. But when Adrian Gonzalez has 2 home runs through 30 games played, when Adrian Gonzalez goes 96 at-bats without a home run, I've got to think it's not a mechanical thing, that it's a physical thing. Look for him to get stronger and healthier as the season progresses. And again, he's been productive, though not as productive as anyone who spent a first-round draft pick among the fantasy game had hoped. I'm Ray Flowers, BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me here on Around the Horn. Happy Cinco de Mayo, and go San Jose Sharks.